B-Digger starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan, proud to be Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush. Available 24/7 for your banking needs. Equitable Savings and Loan. And Tyrone Whipple's lineup will consist of the following players. As soon as they're introduced, and we'll bring them to you. Dave Sheffield is the head coach of the Yuma Indians. And there's no doubt that the B-Diggers are going to be successful like they've been 5 of their first 7 games in the win column. Ryan Dunker, the junior, and Trent Mount, the senior, have got to really lead the way because you got a heck of a score there. Well, Dunker can do a lot. And Trent Mount, we saw him against Wells Central. He had a clutch shot there. They got the B-Diggers the lead in regulation, even though the game went to overtime. Yeah, he was a big part of it.
Yeah, those are 2 guys that Coach Whipple's definitely got to lean on, and this team's got to rally around those guys, and they've got to pick up the slack when those guys are down and when they're substituting with them, because they're not going to play the entire game. They're going to have to get out because they're going to make sure they stay out of foul trouble, and they will get fouls as the game goes on. That's just the way things work out, but they've got to rally around them.
The B-Diggers go with Armando Salcedo, Ryan Dunker, Trent Mount, the junior Gunnar Guzman, and Marcos Contreras. In the backcourt, it's Brian Mendez for Yuma, along with Connor Hickson, the brother of Logan Hickson, who was a standout player. Shadron Cotfield, a junior, and Jesus Vasquez, and Connor Morton. Opening tip tonight is brought to you by Buildings by Design, the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building. Start your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. Jumping center for the B-Diggers will be Gunnar Guzman. He'll be jumping center against Connor Hickson. Not a lot of size for the Indians, but the B-Diggers don't have a ton of size either, Ron.
No, evenly matched for both teams, I think, as far as size-wise goes.
Tip is controlled by Connor Morton and the Indians. Here comes into the front court, Connor Hickson. Hickson against Dunker. Swings it to Morton, takes the left wing 3, and that's off the bottom of the rim. Taken away by Trent Mount. Mount over to Dunker. Dunker near the top. Gotta love those Brush Road uniforms, man. They look sharp.
Yeah, I like them. They're great contrast. I like the style of them and everything. Shorts, perfect.
Dunker just across the timeline. Right side to Mount in the right corner for Salcedo. Dribbles to his left. Now to Mount in the right baseline to Salcedo. Straight away to Dunker. Overhead pass to Contreras. Guarded by Hickson. Feeds it to Dunker. B-Diggers just using that passing effectively to Salcedo. Jump pass left corner. Mount 3 is around and no good. It's into the hands of Connor Hickson. Hickson for Yuma. Swings it front court on the left side to Cotfield. Cotfield in the corner looking, and then he traveled. Picked up that back foot. Yuma commits the game's first turnover. And the B-Diggers come the other way with Trent Mount. Mount to Dunker on the high right. Getting a pick from Guzman. Dunker all the way, then had the ball stripped out of bounds. Not sure what he was trying to do there.
Yeah.
It was just so much traffic.
Yeah, there was 4 guys right there, and he tried to make a little bit of a ball fake and lost control of it.
Salcedo to Mount, jump pass to Dunker, right in the lane. Now to Mount near the right corner, feeds it back out to Dunker, swings it left side of Contreras. Left baseline, Salcedo penetrates, he's cut off. The bounce pass goes through one B-Digger into Dunker. Dunker near the timeline. 6:40 to go, first quarter. Neither team has scored. Mount, jump pass, right corner, Salcedo 3. Yes! Armando Salcedo drills the triple.
Well, as long as they give those 3 corner shots, we'll take them.
Here's Connor Hickson the other way for Yuma. Hickson against Dunker. Swings it left side now to Mendez. Mendez left corner for Morton. Bounce pass to Mendez. On the high right to Hickson, guarded by Contreras. Between the leg dribble. Swings it right corner, intended for Morton, intercepted by Mount. Here comes Trent Mount the other way on the left baseline. Double team. Got to get rid of the basketball, and he's fouled. Nice job of Mount just trying to move that basketball away from the Yuma defenders and away from his body, and that foul was committed, I believe, by Mendez. Let's see. Yep. And that'll be, or check that, Cotfield commit the foul. And the shot by Trent Mount from the corner off the inbounds is up and in from 3
points.
B-Diggers lead 6-0. That was quick.
Nice smooth shot for Trent Mount.
with the basketball is Mendez. Now to Hickson. Hickson against Salcedo. Over to Morton. Morton on the high left. Bounce pass. Free throw line. Down low. Shot is up and missed. That was a beautiful feed from Cotfield to Vasquez. Vasquez fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And that was the first time that Brush let somebody cut underneath the basket and you have an open shot. Other than that, they've done a great job of keeping them outside on the perimeter.
B-Digger foul committed by Gunnar Guzman, so both number 12s have committed a foul. The free throw is in. That stops the 6-0 run by Brush to begin the game. Second free throw upcoming for Jesus Vasquez. That's going to be short. And the ball is rebounded, though, by Cotfield. He puts it up and he misses, and he's fouled. Not a good job by the B-Diggers. You got to grab that rebound off a missed free throw.
Marcus Contreras on the foul that time.
That's going to be his first. Now Cotfield to shoot 2. And that free throw is up and in and out. Stop, shop, and save at the Brush Grocery Cart. Groceries, fresh cut meat, and deli items. Floral Pharmacy, Western Union. Public service payments, 24-hour gas. Brush Grocery Cart, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. Second free throw, yes. For Cotfield. Brush 6, Yuma 2. 5:36 to go in the opening quarter. Mounts lobs it right of the baseline, right of the free throw line. Now the straightaway 3 is good by Marcus Contreras. Off the pass from Guzman. Good shooting so far, Ron.
Well, that left his hand. It was just nice in slow motion, nice high arc into the basket.
Here come the Indians the other way. Hickson with a basketball. Hickson just beyond the timeline. Swings it left side to Mendez. Mendez looking to Hickson, penetrates, then had lost the ball, and it's taken away by Contreras. B-Diggers want to run. Here's Dunker over to Mount. He lays it up and in with the left hand. Trent Mount, T-Money scores. The B-Diggers take advantage of the turnover, now lead by 9. 11-2. Yuma commits their third turnover. And how about that? I mean, you talked about coming out with energy.
Yep. They definitely got it. They started off hot and are keeping the intensity up. And Yuma realized we got to call a timeout there because this game could get away really quick from them. So we'll see what happens here. But good start by the part of the Beat Diggers. It's what you got to have.
And the one thing they've done here, even in the half-court set, they've spread the floor out, which is why they made 3 3-pointers.
Yep.
That was the first 2-point field goal the Beat Diggers amassed in this game, and it came nearly 3 minutes in. Brush 11, Yuma 2. As Ron said, that was a Yuma timeout. And Mendez to throw it in to Hickson. Well, you see basketball like this, this is fun to watch.
This is fun to watch.
Here is Hickson, guarded by Dunker. Swings it left side to Mendez. Mendez against Salcedo, cross court to Hickson. Hickson with the basketball against Contreras, crossover dribble, now to Mendez. Well behind the three-point line. The B-Diggers are playing smothering defense. As the ball rotates, so do the defenders. Mendez on the outside left against Salcedo. Swings it left corner for Morton. He's guarded by 2. Back out to Mendez. He traveled. He did shuffle those feet. Another outstanding call by the official. With 4.5 to go.
Yeah, I like what Brush is doing. They're light on their feet. They're shuffling. They're moving around the floor like they're supposed to. And it's making it very difficult for Yuma to get a shot.
Here come the B-Diggers the other way. Mount with the basketball. Swings it to Contreras. Left side to Dunker. Dunker to Mount. Fakes a 3. Steps in. Jump pass in the right corner. Tipped out of bounds. And that was tipped away by Victor Mendoza, who comes into the game for the first time. Corbin Massey checks in for Brush. He replaces T-Money, who's got 5 early points in the game. And to throw it in near the corner will be Massey with 4:23 to go. And the B-Diggers up by 9. Massey to Contreras. Now to Dunker. He'll set up the Beat-Digger offense as he does customarily. No-look bounce pass, and it's taken away. He was anticipating a cut by Guzman. Here's the Hickson 3, and that's good in the right corner. Lack of communication there. The Beat-Digger lead is down to 6, 11-5. Here is Dunker on the left side of Contreras. Contreras guarded by Cotfield, nearly fouled, double team. Got to get rid of the basketball, and now we've got a timeout. That's a good timeout called by Tyrone Whipple. Brought to you by Greg Mull, State Farm Insurance. When you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Mull and Brush. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mull a call, 842-4555. First of all, anytime you're rotating the basketball, Ron, and it gets to the corner, you cannot hold it for more than a second, if even that.
No, you got to get rid of the ball, and that's a great call. Coach Whipple being aware that if you don't call the timeout, you lose the ball. It's a turnover, and it takes an opportunity from you scoring a basket. So that's a great call. They just got to whenever the balls are in the corner right there, obviously Yuma's got 2-3 guys sometimes at a time that are just trying to trap it and take the ball away, not letting you get a shot off.
Saucedo to throw it in for Brush. 3:56 to go in the opening quarter. The dunker three is off to the left, and it's rebounded over there by Jesus Vasquez, his first board. The Indians come the other way with Connor Hickson. Hickson met by Massey at midcourt. Right side, Morton, right wing three is off the front of the rim. And Ryan Dunker goes high for the rebound. Dunker into the front court for Brush. Dunker double team, swings it right side to Contreras. Contreras right in the lane, looking for Dunker. Try to feed it to Guzman in the right corner, and it's poked out of bounds by Cotfield. And Brush retains possession. Mount is coming into the game along with Eli Urick and Ben Brown to throw it in. Brown near that right corner. Back out to Massey off the inbounds pass. I'm always interested to see how this offense functions without Dunker because he's the number one point guard. Here is Saucedo. He fades, he shoots, and he scores. Nice job by Armando. He's got 5 points in the game. The B-Diggers now lead by 8, 13-5. 3:12 to go, opening quarter. Hickson crossover dribble right side to Morton, looking down low, nearly stripped, and there's the steal by Saucedo. The B-Diggers will go up by 10 as he lays it in and takes advantage of Yuma's 5th turnover. Saucedo was 7. He's showing some spark here in the early going.
Yes, took that fast break, looked around, made sure he slowed down, grabbed his composure, and put the basket.
Morton on the right side near the top, left-handed dribble, now picked up by Ben Brown, picks up the dribble, looking for a teammate, swings it right side over to Mendoza. Mendoza with a left-handed dribble, double team, bounce pass near to Morton, and now to Cotfield. Yuma in a little bit of disarray here with 2:38 to go in the first. Bounce pass inside for Vasquez, hooks, and he misses. Rebound to Vasquez, he hooks, and is partially blocked, and then we get a whistle. 2 free throws here. The foul was on Eli Urick. And Jesus Vasquez to the line to shoot 2 for Yuma.
Yeah, Vasquez was up and down that underneath that basket about 3 times already there.
And the free throw is good. 15-6 in favor of Brush. Austin Perry into the game for Saucedo, getting a well-deserved breather. He was very good in that first quarter. We're still in the first quarter. Second free throw is good. 15-7. Mount inbounds pass to Perry. Down low towards Brown. Ball knocked away. Intercepted by Mendoza. Mendoza straight away to Cotfield. Inside to Vasquez. Jump pass to Hickson. Left wing three. Good. Boy, he knew it as soon as it left his hand.
It was a beautiful shot.
Brush 15, Yuma 10. Mount. Backcourt bounce pass to Perry. Now dribbles across the timeline. Swings it to Brown in the right corner. Over to Trent Mount. Now to Massey. Fakes a 3. Steps in. Dribbles. 14-foot floaters around and off to the right. And the ball is loose. It is off of Vasquez out of bounds. B-Diggers retain possession.
Got a break on that one. That was a nice break for us there. Now we've still got a chance to put a basket in.
Mount to throw it in. Right wing to Brown. Now to Mount. Over to Brown, right side. He'll take the 3, and it's off the front of the rim. And the rebound into the hands of Shedron Cotfield, his second. Cotfield for Yuma. Yuma's in a 5-0 run. The Hickson 3. They're on an 8-0 run. He drills it again. That's his 3rd triple. The Indians to within 2. It's 15-13. A minute 35 to go in the opening quarter. The B-Diggers come the other way. Here is Corbin Massey with a basketball. Back out to Brown, straight away to Mount. Mount right side. Over to Ben Brown. Now to T-Money. On the left wing to Massey. In the left corner, back out to Perry. Swings it over to Brown. Brown at the top, right side to Mount. He'll take the 3, and it hit nothing but glass. Wow, that was ugly.
Yep.
And the rebound into the hands of Cotfield. Yuma can actually take the lead, and we got a whistle and a foul in the front court. And it's committed by Corbin Massey. Both teams have 4 fouls in the opening quarter. Ryan Dunker and Adrian Lopez making his first appearance of the season. He was hurt against Fort Lupton during the football season, but now he's in for the first time. He played quite a bit last year. Here is Hickson with a basketball. Back out to Mendoza. Mendoza swings it left corner to Mendez. Misses the 3, and the rebound is controlled by Ryan Dunker. The B-Diggers come the other way with Dunker. Swings it left corner. Here's the Brown 3 is up, and good! Ben Brown nails the triple. B-Diggers up by 5. We've seen lots of 3-pointers here. We have 6 combined in the opening quarter, 3 by each team. 44 seconds to go. Brush 18, Yuma 13. Cotfield on the outside right, guarded by Perry. Swings it left side to Mendez. Bounce pass left baseline, and it's out of bounds beyond the grasp and reach of Victor Mendoza. Yuma with their 6th turnover. Ron, I feel like I'm talking a million miles an hour because the pace of this game.
I mean, they've come out, they've kept that intensity level up there, and it hasn't slowed down.
Lopez to Dunker. Dunker on the right wing towards the baseline. Swings it inside to Brown. Brown hooks it up off the glass too strong. And then the ball is taken away by Cotfield of Yuma. That's his 4th rebound already. Stolen by Perry, and he shoots it. It's short, but Perry grabs his own rebound. Now the Beat Diggers reset. 6 seconds to go. The shot in the corner is no good by Perry. And Eli Urick goes for the basketball. Oh, we're going to have a foul. That's too bad because there's only 2.3 seconds to go, and he commits his 2nd foul as Cotfield went for the rebound in the corner. Or they're going to say just out of bounds. No, I don't think there was a foul call there.
No foul.
Brown into Dunker. Long 3 is short. Well, I guess that was the call. End of the quarter. With a score, Brush 18, Yuma 13. It's a 1-minute break on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. We had 62 combined points in the girls' game. We have 31 already in this game. Half of that in one quarter as the Brush boys lead Yuma 18-13. Trent Mount to throw it in out there with Ryan Dunker, Marcus Contreras, Armando Salcedo, and Gunnar Guzman. I'm John Beltran with Ron Albo. For Yuma, Victor Mendoza, Connor Morton, Jesus Vasquez, Connor Hickson, and Shattering Cotfield. The ball is loose on the floor, but taken by Mount. Mount with the basketball. Back out near the top to Ryan Dunker. Dunker swings it right corner. Contreras, 3. He's got a nice shot. He drills another one.
Left-handed shot.
Oh, man, it's good. 2 out of 2 from three-point range. Beat Diggers lead by 8, 21-13. On the outside left is Morton. Now in the corner. Back out to Cotfield and Morton straight away. On the right side, here's Connor Hickson. He made three-pointers in the opening quarter. Morton, left corner for Cotfield straight away. Hickson wide open again, and it's short. And that's a rebound there by Gunnar Guzman. And there's a tie-up. That'll stay with Yuma.
Yep.
Well, generally, if you grab the rebound up high, it's a foul, but it was grabbed down low. And that's why it was a tie-up there. Inbounds pass to Cotfield, looking down low, feeds it to Mendoza. He's triple teamed. Jump pass back out to Morton on the left wing. Here's Cotfield in the lane to Mendoza, swings it right side to Vasquez. Vasquez to Mendoza in the lane, leans, and he's fouled, and they go to the line to shoot 2. Guzman got him across the wrist.
Just real close there. I mean, they both went up. Gunnar had his hand up on the ball, but just ended up getting a piece of the wrist there, and the referee calls the foul.
He just called it on Contreras. I thought it was all Guzman there.
It looked like Guzman to me also.
Free throw is up and good. Mendoza again. And that one is up, and that one is in. 21-15. The Beat Diggers lead the Indians here 1 minute into the second quarter. Mount to Contreras. Ball knocked away, loose on the floor. Bodies go diving. There's a push. I think that push was against Brush.
I think it's going to be on Contreras.
And that would be his 3rd. That'll be the 15th foul. It is on Marcus. The Indians come the other way. Left side pass poked out of bounds by Salcedo. Nearly had his 2nd steal. Well, first action of the season here for Riggs Tan. Oh, he's a big man. He can occupy some space in the middle, try to body up Vasquez and Mendoza. Here's Connor Hickson. The Beat Diggers can't let him shoot at the free throw line. Mendoza right side, Cotfield. He'll take the 3, and he bricked it up there. Man, it looked like he threw it off the backboard. That was not a good-looking shot.
No, that was like a shot put right into the backboard.
That's a good, excellent description there, Ron. That's what I was trying to think of. Beat Digger basketball with 6:38 to go, second quarter, up 21-15. Ryan Dunker for Brush, just across the timeline. Bounce pass to Salcedo. And we've got a Yuma foul. That's going to be the 15th foul. Or check that, the second team. I was looking at the wrong column. Beat Diggers have 16 fouls, Yuma with 2. And that's on Jesus Vasquez. Here comes Salcedo for Brush into the front court on the left side. Back out to Dunker on the bounce. Dunker picks up his dribble to Salcedo, left wing. He dribbles into the lane. No look pass to Guzman, who banks and scores in a foul. Gunnar Guzman to the line, but that was created beautifully by Armando Salcedo, and the B-Diggers lead by 8.
Boy, Yuma just backed down under the basket and left Guzman unattended right there for a nice, easy shot.
The free throw is up and off to the left, and the rebound is controlled by Mendoza. 23-15 Brush, 6:16 to go, second quarter. Connor Hickson dribbles by Dunker in the lane. Jump pass, right corner for Vasquez, picked up by 10. Back out to Morton, nearly lost the basketball, cross court. Here's the Hickson left corner three, and he did it again. This guy's too good.
Yeah, you can't leave him alone out there. He's a good shooter.
And nearly a steal by Mendoza in the back court. It'll be Brush basketball, 23-18. Hickson has got 12 points, all threes. That would be 4 if you do the math. Here is Trent Mount for Brush. Mount across the timeline, motioning the B-Digger offense. Bounce pass at the top for Salcedo. Salcedo looking, dribbling at the free throw line. Spins it back out of the bounce to Mount. Mount left of the lane to Riggs 10. 10 over to Guzman, left of the lane. Guzman in the lane. Guzman back out to Salcedo. Now here's Dunker. The B-Diggers look clunky right now on offense. Getting a pick from Gunnar Guzman. Dunker, no look pass to Salcedo. He banks it in. Oh, that pick set the screen beautifully and set the tone for that play. B-Diggers now lead. Who did I say score that again? Was that Salcedo with the back?
Salcedo, yes.
Yep, with 9. I'm losing my short-term memory. Whistle and a foul. I'm trying to shoot some video at the same time. Gunnar Guzman, I believe, committed a foul on the block.
It's the intensity of the game. The tempo's up there.
Yeah, we'll have some video of the first game on, not the B-Digger fans want to watch any of that, on YouTube. Same thing with this game. And the free throw is up and in and out. It's missed over there by Mendoza in the front end of a 1-and-1. Now the B-Diggers can go up by 9 with a 2-point basket. Riggs 10 in the lane. Backs out to Guzman. Little 10-footer is off the back of the rim. Didn't have a good look there. Mendoza grabs the rebound. Under 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Brush 25, Yuma 18. Here's Mendoza against Dunker. Bounce pass left side to Hickson. Inside to Vasquez. He's double teamed straight away. 3 in the air. Mendoza well short. And the ball is volleyballed around into the hands of Gunnar Guzman. Fouled in the back court. That'll be the 14th foul for Yuma.
And right off the head of another Yuma basketball player, and he's shaking his head right now. It's number 23.
Connor Hickson commits the foul for the Indians. Now that'd be Jesus Vasquez,
Yes.
who took it off the noggin. Ryan Dunker the other way on the right side to Brown. Bounce pass right corner for 10. Riggs 10 maintains the left-handed dribble, hands it off to T Money. Double team, bounce pass towards Guzman, knocked away, loose on the floor. And now we have another Ron Albo word, scrum. And there's a tie-up. And that'll stay with the B. I love that word. You know, when growing up a University of Miami fan, they used to get on us. They said you can't spell, we call it UM, you can't spell scum without UM, which wasn't the most flattering thing to say. But anyway, Mount with the basketball on the outside right. Maintains the left-handed dribble, gets a pick from 10. Loses the basketball, gets it right back, has to get rid of it. Does to Gunnar Guzman on the right side. And now we got a foul and trying to fight through a pick there.
Ben Brown.
Yep. Well, they're going to call it, though. I think they're calling this on, is it Dunker? Yeah.
Yep, Dunker. I thought it was Ben Brown.
Offensive foul. That shouldn't be a free throw. Offensive fouls do not merit free throws and a penalty.
Yep.
Whoa, what's happening? That should not be a free throw.
Should not be.
Why is it a 1-and-1?
I don't know.
No, offensive fouls are not 1-and-1. All right, that's not right. Offensive fouls are not, I haven't seen it, not at the high school level. And the free throw is up, around, and good, unless they change the rule on that.
I'm not sure. I think
as Cotfield scores. Massey's in for Trent Mount. Unless they're talking about offensive fouls away from the ball, but I don't know.
Yep.
Cotfield now with a second free throw. Again, I could be wrong about that, when obviously I have to be, as the free throw is missed. Austin Perry grabs the rebound for Brush. 25-19. B-Diggers lead by 6. 4 minutes to go, second quarter. Straight away with the basketball is Urick. No-look pass inside, and that didn't fool anybody on the Yuma Indians. It's taken away. Brush with only their third turnover. Other way here is Connor Morton on the outside left. Back out to Cutfield. Now to Morton. Morton dribbles to his right. There's Hickson on the right side. In the right corner, there is Brian Mendez straight away for Cotfield, and he's fouled by Dunker. But Dunker thought he tied him up. But
that was a call by Coach Whipple. You can see he looked right to the sidelines, and Coach Whipple shook his hands like, good job. So he was meant to do that, which I don't understand, but maybe slow down the tempo of the game.
Well, did they call a tie-up? I guess they called a tie-up there, and Yuma retains possession.
Yeah.
All right. And Dunker's now out of the game. Okay, I've been confused by a couple of calls here, but I guess I'll get back on track. I know I've seen a few basketball games. Morton with the basketball. The B-Diggers look like they're in a little bit of a 2-3, and now they're rotating a little bit differently. With the basketball, it's Vasquez on the outside left, now near the corner to Cotfield. Cotfield maintains the right-handed dribble at the top for Mendez. Mendez guarded closely by Mount at the top of the three-point circle. In the lane now to Vasquez, straight away to Mendez, and he traveled.
Tried to make a head fake there, but his foot moved at the same time. Referees are right there, called to travel.
That is turnover number 7 for Yuma. The Brush girls lost earlier today, 38-24. Brush boys with a 6-point lead, 25-19, with 3:12 to go, second quarter. There the inbounds pass to Perry, down low for Urick, backs it out to Massey. Massey dribbles at the free throw line, cross court with the basketball is Brown, back out to Massey. Massey to Trent Mount. Boy, they're guarding Mount tightly. They know that he can shoot. Mount now will take the right wing three, and that is evidence of what he can do. He drills it. T-Money now with 8. B-Diggers lead by 9, 28-19. 2:48 to go, second quarter. Morton in the left corner now for Mendez. Mendez cross court for Hickson, and timeout Yuma.
Yeah, Mount had just a little bit of an opportunity there. They backed off, and he took the shot, and it's amazing what's going on right now. Mount's out. I think he might have lost a contact or something. I think he wears contact, so he's out of the game for a second, trying to get his contact taken care of. But like we said, Brush is a little bit in disarray right now. Yuma's got the intensity level, and they're moving the ball around. It's pretty physical down there. We got people flying all over the place, but Brush has got to settle down a little bit now.
Yeah, without question, because the B-Diggers do have a 9-point lead. But Yuma's cut into it a few times because of Connor Hickson's three-point shooting. And if they stop him, I don't know if Yuma's done, but he's got 12 of the 19 points.
Yep, they
so
shut him
anytime
down.
you're more than half the offense, you shut that guy down, and you're in a good situation. It'll be Hickson, Morton, Mendez, Mendoza, and Cotfield for Yuma. The B-Diggers with Mount, Massey, Brown, Urick, and Perry. Here's Morton on the outside right to Mendez. Bounce pass in the lane to Mendoza, triple team back in the right corner to Morton. He's going to have to bounce it back out to Mendez. Hands it off to Cotfield against Trent Mount, right of the lane, right corner for Morton. Dribbles by 2, jump pass towards Hickson. Hickson leans, banks, misses, fouled. And Hickson's an athlete.
Yeah, he's a great athlete. Smooth with the basketball. He's got good jumping abilities, knows where he's at on the court. I think that call was on Corbin Massey. Is that
Eli
correct?
Urick.
Urick
Committed his second foul. Free throw is in. Hickson now with 13 in the game. Second free throw's upcoming, and that is up, and that is around and good. Rush 28, Yuma 21. 2:15 to go, second quarter. Brown with the basketball, back out to Massey. Massey to his right to Brown, and then Mount foul from behind. That'll be the 15th foul. The foul was committed by Shadron Cotfield, his second.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of covering Trent Mount. It's almost, if you're talking about football, they got one safety deep, one guy underneath, and they're sandwiching him in there, and they're not letting him get a clear pass so that he can make a shot. So they're doing a great job.
Mount to throw it into Adrian Lopez. Lopez with a left-handed dribble, swings it left side to Mount. Mount puts up a long one. That's a tough shot. He missed it. Mount's going to go for the basketball in the backcourt and is able to retrieve the rebound. B-Diggers back on offense, and now we got a whistle and a push by an Indian. And that push is on Cotfield again. That'll be his third foul. They're going to have to take him out of the game. Coach Sheffield is going to summon in Jesus Vasquez. Less than 2 minutes to go, second quarter. Mount to throw it in. T-Money looking, got to get rid of it. He does to Perry, puts up a shot off the glass, no good. Little 5-footer, Vasquez with a rebound for Yuma. Vasquez with a basketball over to Hickson, left corner for Morton. Morton dribbles to his right, picks up his dribble, looking for help. Near the timeline to Mendez, guarded by Lopez. Mendez, left-handed dribble, left corner for Morton. B-Diggers have 19 fouls, so you just got to play tough defense and not put Yuma in the double bonus. Left side to Mendez, down low to Mendoza, turns, shoots, and scores. Got a nice roll there from a few feet away for Mendoza. He's got 4, the lead is down to 5, 28-23. Dunker over to Lopez, left of the lane, towards the baseline, underneath, bounce pass inside to Perry, and then Perry got fouled, I believe he was fouled. 1-1, 17th foul.
Perry had his head down. He didn't know where he was going, couldn't see up, and so he tried to get the basketball, and it was taken away from him, but he got a foul in the process.
Morton commits his first very good no-look bounce pass here by Lopez.
Yeah.
Austin Perry to attempt Rush's second free throw, and he missed it. B-Diggers are 0 for 2 from the line. Rebound in the corner, controlled by Mendez of Yuma. Mendez, right corner for Morton, 1:02 to go before the break. Here Hickson. Hickson, right wing, now to Morton, can't take that three. Straight away to Hickson, guarded by Mount. Yuma moving it around, entry pass to Mendoza, turns, shoots, and scores. Oh, the B-Diggers let that get through.
Yep.
A little 5-foot turnaround, and the lead is down to 3. 28-25, 35 seconds to go in the opening half. And Yuma's on a 6-0 run. There's Adrian Lopez with a basketball for Brush. Swings it to Dunker. Dunker all the way, scoops it up wildly and misses. And the rebound is into the hands of Vasquez. Yuma the other way with Mendoza. Cross court intercepted by Mount. That's turnover number 8 for Yuma. 15 seconds to go in the opening half. Mount cross court to Perry in the corner. Perry's inside pass knocked away, and it's intercepted. Here is Morton. 5 seconds to go to Vasquez. Long three is off the back of the rim. Rebound to Mount, and he throws up a baseball shot at the buzzer. That'll be it. With the score, Rush 28, Yuma 25. It's a 3-minute break on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Let's begin the third. Trent Mount to throw it in out there with Marcus Contreras, Ryan Dunker, Armando Salcedo, and Gunnar Guzman. Dunker with a basketball on the outside left, guarded by Hickson. Now dribbles by Vasquez. Bounce pass in the lane to Marcus Contreras. He misses. Connor Hickson grabs the rebound for Yuma. Hickson the other way against Mount. He leans, he banks, and he misses. And the ball is nearly a tie-up. Guzman wrestles the rebound away from Hickson. Here comes Dunker the other way as we begin the third. Mount to Salcedo. Salcedo dribbles into the lane, puts up a floater, no good. And now a tie-up for the rebound between Connor Morton and Gunnar Guzman. Possession arrow Yuma. Well, these teams came out energized to begin the third quarter.
Yes, they did. That 30 seconds. Hickson was right next to Dunker. He's a shadow.
Yeah. And here is Hickson with a basketball, met at the top by Armando Salcedo. Swings it left corner for Morton. Dribbles to his right, puts up a 15-footer. It's nothing but glass, but the rebound is controlled by Mendez. Mendez Yuma with a basketball at the top for Morton. Dribbles 15-footer short. He's missed every shot he's taken. Brett Mount grabs the rebound for the B-Diggers. Here comes Mount the other way. 3-on-2. Mount all the way scoops it up, and he missed it. Oh, the nice move on that fake pass. It's taken away by Vasquez on the rebound, his 5th. The Indians the other way. 6:53 to go in the third. Rush leads 28-25. Mendoza back out to Mendez. Swings it left side to Mendoza. Yuma can tie it with a 3. Morton in the corner, back out to Mendoza, picked up by Dunker. Dunker strips it away. Here comes Dunker, 2-on-1, and lays it up, and in! And a foul! Dunker to the floor, and he goes to the line, and Brush leads by 5. 30-25, what a move.
And great move, and there you go, getting Ryan Dunker back in the game now. Hopefully that's a spark Brush gets here so they can get him involved in the game and start putting some points up on the board.
Let's see, they don't have the player on the board with a foul. There we go. That is Connor Hickson. His second free throw is in. 31-25. They've doubled their lead just on that one play. 6:35 to go, third quarter. Here is Mendez. Mendez at the top, dribbles by Contreras, puts up a runner in the lane. It's no good. And the ball is rebounded by Mendez underneath the basket. And we've got a whistle and a foul. The Beatniggers down low. There's a push there, I believe, on Dunker. That'll be his second foul. And Mendoza to throw it in. Victor Mendoza. Still looking. In the left corner for Morton. Morton left of the lane towards the top. Cross court for Hickson. Dribbles by 2. Jump pass over to Vasquez, and he scoops it up and in. Well, that's a nice assist there by Connor Hickson. Brush 31, Yuma 27. 6:12 remaining, third quarter. Ryan Dunker across the timeline. Gets a pick from Salcedo. Dribbles on the outside left. Now double team. He's going to have to spin it back out. Does it at the top to Contreras. Contreras in the lane. Leans, banks, misses. Boy, he had a teammate wide open.
Yes.
And didn't see him. Connor Morton comes away with a rebound.
Nice
and
job,
then interception by Trent Mountain. Then he's fouled in the backcourt. And that foul. Let's see, there were 2 Indians there. That was Morton again, his second. Here comes Contreras the other way for Brush. In the right corner, Salcedo. Back out towards Dunker. Inside to Mount, and he scoops it up, and he's fouled. Beautiful pass to Trent Mount, and he's fouled over there by Mendez. Team Money to the line. Mendez commits his first foul. The Beatniggers lead should be 35-27. Or do I have that wrong? Nope, 33. All right, my bad. Now the free throw to be attempted by Trent Mount is up and around and good. Yeah, that's right. Yuma just scored, so that's before that. All right. Well, no, now it still says 33-20. There is 34. It's a little bit late on the score. It's only a free throw there that you got to add. Here comes Yuma the other way in the left corner. Morton with the basketball. Back out to Mendez. 5:37 to go in the third. Over to Connor Hickson. Dribbles right wing in the right corner for Morton. Morton left-handed dribble. Jump pass to Vasquez. Vasquez with the basketball. Spinning it back out at the top to Hickson. Between the legs. Left side to Mendez. Dribbles into the lane. And then he had the ball go out of bounds off of him. He just lost total control.
Yeah, just sloppy basketball. And part of him, he just lost control of the ball.
Cotfield comes into the game for Yuma. And out is Mendez. Beatniggers can grab a double-digit lead with a 3 here. They nailed 6 in the opening half. Here's Adrian Lopez with the basketball on the outside left. Lopez underneath the basket. Jump pass to Contreras. 3 is going to be short. And the ball is loose, and Lopez tries to pick it up and does. Here is Mount with a 3, and that's in and out. And that rebound into the hands of Mendoza. Pressured in the backcourt. Over there is Mendez, or checked at is Mendoza. Then he stripped from behind. Turnover number 12 for Yuma. Here come the Beatniggers the other way. Lopez down low for Guzman. His shot is blocked out of there by Mendoza, and it's taken in the left corner by Vasquez. Watch out. Boy, Guzman. That could have been an easy foul. Guzman's got to be careful. You don't want to commit silly fouls like that in the backcourt. Vasquez with the basketball at the free throw line, and then he traveled. 5 turnovers for Yuma in this quarter. It's gotten a little bit sloppy here.
Yes.
With 4:29 to go in the third quarter. And the Beatniggers have a 7-point lead. Lopez, Dunker, Massey now into the game, along with T-Money and Gunnar Guzman. Dunker maintains the left-handed dribble, and then he has the ball stolen away off the pass. Here's Mendoza, scoops it up, and he misses in a foul. And let me tell you, I think he would have missed that shot anyway.
Yes, he would have. He was kind of off balance. It was on the left side of the basket.
Dunker commits his third. He might see a seat on the bench soon because the 3 fouls here, that's a little dangerous. And the free throw is up and off to the left. And here comes Ben Brown in for Ryan Dunker. Second free throw upcoming. And that is up. That's off the back of the rim. Lane violation against Brush. Another shot coming up here. Eli Urich checks in for Gunnar Guzman. 4:16 to go, third quarter. The Beat Diggers lead by 7. Now another free throw by Mendoza's up, and that one is in. The Beat Diggers come the other way. Lopez crossing the timeline. Jump pass, left wing to Mount. Mount in the lane. Jump pass to Brown. His shot left baseline is short. And the ball is poked around loose. It's taken by Hickson. Hickson with one to beat. No look pass. Banked up and in by Mendoza. And the lead is down to 4. It's 34-30. As Mendoza's got 11 points in the game. Connor Hickson with that assist. Massey for Brush. Swings it right corner for Urick. Offensive foul. Massey was out of control. He slammed into Vasquez.
Yeah, Vasquez clearly had his feet set there, and Massey at the last minute tried to bail out and just slammed in with his body as he tried to pass the ball off.
It's only the 6th turnover for Brush, but they only lead by 4 now. Yeah, since that time in the second quarter when they had a 28-19 lead, they've been outscored 11-6. In the left corner, Mendoza penetrates, pulls up, and scores. On the left baseline, Mendoza's getting hot. He's got 13, Brush 34, Yuma 32. 3.5 to go in the third. Adrian Lopez for Brush, jump pass to Mount. Mount with the basketball, right wing to Ben Brown. Bounce pass to Mount. Mount in front of the Brush bench to Brown. Bounce pass down low for Urick off his hands. He picks it up, feeds it back out to Mount, straight away to Lopez. Lopez to Mount, right wing. He'll take the three, and it's off the back of the rim, but Massey chases down the Beat Digger rebound. In the lane, the shot is up and in. Was that Massey?
That was Massey, yes.
Again, yes. First points of the game. No look pass. And Vasquez has a shot blocked by Lopez and taken away by Ben Brown. Excellent defense by the Beat Diggers. Here comes Brown the other way. Timeout, Brush. With 2:50 to go in the third, brought to you by Greg Mon at State Farm Insurance. That was a huge bucket there by Massey driving into the lane because the Brush offense was really getting out of rhythm.
Yeah, they did not have anything going good for him, and it's nice to see him put something together. Then also coming back down here in transition and also getting back and playing some defense. So Coach Whipple calls up timeouts. Interesting to see what he's going to talk about. Let's see, just seems like they were in a good flow there for a little bit. I don't know whether you break that momentum or not, but
Armando Salcedo nailed the first three-pointer of the game, brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, providing civil engineering services for aviation, municipal, commercial, and residential clients in Colorado. They assist their clients through the planning reviews and construction processes in order for them to attain the appropriate entitlements and to build their projects at Western Engineering Consultants. 36-32, Yuma basketball with, check that, Brush basketball with 2:50 to go here in the third. Brown, Lopez, Mount, Massey, and Urick for Brush. It is Mendoza, Vasquez, Morton, Hickson, and Cotfield for Yuma. Double B to throw it into Lopez. Adrian Lopez just beyond the timeline, left wing to Mount. Beat Diggers have gone cold from the outside as well, so they've got to score from the inside. Mount fakes the three, takes the three, and makes the three! T-Money has given the Beat Diggers a 7-point lead at 39-32. Just that one dribble reposition in for the three-pointer, and Mount in the game now has 14 points. 39-32 Brush, 2:18 to go in the third. Here's Mendoza. Bounce pass down low to Vasquez. Turns, hooks, misses. Rebound to Mount. The Beat Diggers run the other way. Mount grabs his 5th rebound. Mount behind his back. Back out to Lopez. Lopez with the basketball at the top. Feeds it back out to Mount. 2 minutes to go. Jump pass tipped away, but Brown has it on the left wing. Now to Mount. Left wing to Brown. He'll take the long one. That's off the back of the rim. And the rebound is into the hands of Victor Mendoza of Yuma. That's his 4th board. The Indians the other way. Here's Jesus Vasquez on the right wing to Morton. Morton left-handed dribble at the top, now left of the free throw line, picks up the dribble. Here's Cotfield in the lane all the way, scoops it up off the glass, no good. There's Trent Mount with another Beat Digger rebound. Mount doing an excellent job on the boards, 1.5 to go, third quarter, brushed by 7. Trent Mount well behind the three-point line, now to Lopez. Lopez left of the lane, spinning, hooking, and scoring! How did you make that, Adrian Lopez? Because that was not a pretty shot. 41-32. It's not me. That was ugly, right?
It was not pretty, yes.
All right, here we go. Vasquez inside. Ball is knocked away, or it's actually intercepted. Goes through everybody. Here is Trent Mount with a basketball. Mount back out to Massey. A minute to go. Beat Diggers lead by 9. Straight away to Brown. Brown fakes, dribbles to his right, cut off at the free throw line. Back to Mount on the right side. Left wing pass to Brown. Here's Massey in the corner. Massey bounce pass to Urich. Turns, shoots, partially blocked. Taken by Vasquez. Not a good look there for the sophomore. And the other way, here come the Indians. Here's Connor Morton in the right corner. Morton dribbles to his left at the top for Mendoza against Massey. Leans, 13-footer, air ball. Lopez has it for Brush. Lopez grabbing his second board. 25 seconds to go. I think Tyrone Whipple's got his team now in rhythm, and he wants to make sure they get a good shot. They may even eat up the entire clock.
Yep, definitely. Nothing wrong with this. Pass the ball around, set the offense up, take a safe shot.
10 seconds to go in the quarter. Trent Mount looks up at the clock with 7. Massey with 5. T-Money with 3. Right side, Brown shot. Yes! At the buzzer for Ben Brown. And the Beat Diggers lead 44-32. A 3-minute break on 1010 KSLR. I tried to say it quicker, but there's no bad, at least right now, and KSLR.com. Ben Brown has just nailed another three-pointer here to begin the fourth after nailing one at the end of the third. Ball knocked out of bounds by Mount as he goes diving into the Yuma bench. Oh, he's got to be careful. I think he hurt.
Jams his finger.
Yep. It is Mount, Perry, Brown, Massey, and Salcedo for Brush. The Beat Diggers all of a sudden on an 11-0 run. It was 36-32. Now they're up by 15. In the right corner, the shot by Mendez is up and off the back of the rim, but Mendez grabs his own rebound, and then he's fouled on the floor. Only the 14th foul for Brush. So Yuma to inbound the basketball. Foul was committed over there by Ben Brown. Inbounds pass. It's taken in the right corner over there by Stephen Wells into the game for the first time. Wells back out to Mendoza. Now also into the game is Rolando Caraveo. Over to Mendoza. Mendoza into the lane. He leans, he banks, he scores. He's had a good game. He's got 15. Brush 37. Yuma 34. The other way is Lopez. Jump pass to Brown. He backs it in. Adrian Lopez exploding down the middle of the lane. Brush back up by 15, 49-34. 6:50 to go from Yuma. Here's Caraveo with a basketball. He's double teamed. Got to get back out of it. Throws it to Mendoza at the top. Mendoza swings it left side to Caraveo. Left corner for Hickson. Hickson penetrates left baseline. Bounce pass. Goes over there to Wells. Wells right corner to Mendez. Mendez back out to Wells, looking down low for Mendoza, can't find him, swings it at the top for Caraveo against Massey. Caraveo right side, in the right corner for Wells. Long possession for Yuma. Here's Hickson, bounce pass to Wells. Now to Hickson, he'll take the long three, and it's off the front of the rim, and the ball is tipped around, and it's controlled by Armando Salcedo. The Beat Diggers have been doing this without Ryan Dunker, who committed his third foul with about 4 minutes to go in the third. Here is Lopez, the other way, scoops it up and in. Holy mahungus, Adrian Lopez. He had the assist. He had a bucket earlier. He has another bucket. Timeout, Yuma. Brush up 51-34 with 6:07 to go in the game. And how about Adrian Lopez, Ron?
Boy, no fear at all whatsoever. Coming down the court, going, weaving in and out of the basketball players, and then launching himself out about 8 feet from the basket to put it in the hoop. Excellent job.
I mean, this was a 4-point game not too long ago, and now Brush is on a 15-2 run.
Yep, it's a matter of just putting the offense together, getting things settled down, and what's really amazing is we're doing it without one of the leading scorers on the team, which is Ryan Dunker. So that's good, because now it shows the rest of the guys, hey, listen, if you're going to have a downtime, you got other guys that we can count on, and that's a good, positive thing. The
Bay Diggers outscored Yuma 16-7 in the third quarter. If you want a breakfast bowl or delicious breakfast burrito, how about Willow Coffee and Bake Shop? And the new gift items open 6:30 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, Saturday 7 until 2. That's Willow Coffee and Bake Shop, 921 Edison Street in Brush.
And I don't know if you've had those burritos. They're big burritos.
Yeah, I know.
It's a meal for two.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. You sell me quality and quantity at the same time, I'm back every time. Every single time. Here's Connor Morton for Yuma, dribbling by Massey. Now backing off as Massey. Back out to Caraveo. Caraveo against Massey. He's going to hand it off to Hickson. Hickson's been held in check. And then we've got a whistle. And we got 3 officials on the floor and many more out here as well. Massey commits the foul. Connor Hickson at 14 points in the half. 0. And he's barely got any shots off either.
Yeah, we've done a good job of containing him.
Codfield
pressure on him.
Oh, yeah. Over to Caraveo. 5:49 to go in the game. Brush leads by 17, their biggest lead. Now to Codfield. He traveled.
I attribute a lot of that to Adrian Lopez. When he's in here, he's on Connor Hickson, and he's putting a lot of pressure on him and not allowing him to get those open shots.
That's Ray Cordova throwing the ball into Lopez. And look at Lopez handle the basketball. Lopez bounce pass down low to Ben Brown. Brown trap back out to Massey. Massey to reset for Brush. At the top for Cordova. Into the lane. Puts up a runner, and it's off to the right, but he's fouled. How about that? For Ray Cordova.
Yeah, first time in the game, gets a shot off and gets a chance to go to the free throw line and see if he can sink some baskets.
And his free throw is up and off to the right.
You looked a little nervous. There.
Well, when you don't play much and you're a senior, you know, this is it. Second free throw up coming. I like the light beard. I'm a fan of that. I mean, it's a high school. I mean, I've got one as well, but this is a little bit thicker. Second free throw is missed. Rebound to Victor Mendoza. Here comes Yuma the other way. Connor Hickson with 5:25 to go. Brush leads by 17. Over to Codfield. No look pass. Morton right corner 3. Good.
Doesn't take but a few of those to get back in this game again, John.
You're right. 51-37. Plenty of time. 5:12 to go. Here's Lopez spinning, looking. Left side to Massey. Massey towards the top, maintains the dribble. Bounce pass over to Cordova. Cordova left-handed dribble, and he traveled. Only the 7 turnover for Brush. But yeah, if Yuma hits another one, then you start worrying a little bit.
Nice to see we got lots of referees in the stands right down here in front of us that can call those.
Yeah, geez.
Verify everything.
Mendoza into the front court for Yuma, guarded by Salcedo. Swings it back out to Caraveo. He dribbles by 2, nearly lost it, got it back. Swings it to Hickson. Hickson left baseline, leans, banks, and he misses. Adrian Lopez grabs his 4th rebound. Boy, that was a point-blank look there for Connor Hickson. Couldn't knock it down. Lopez into the front court. Left-handed dribbles by 2, and he fell down because he was tripped up. And let me tell you, for a guy who was hurt in the final game of the football season, he's got some explosion, and his ball handling is excellent.
Yes, I'm amazed that with that big knee brace he's got on right now, he's still pretty comfortable moving around the court.
T-Money just threw an errant pass, or was it tipped? I think it was tipped. Well, let's see now. Nope, they're going to say it just went straight out of bounds. B-Diggers commit the turnover. Cotfield committed that foul, by the way. Down to 4:37 remaining. Brush 51, Yuma 37. Got to play the defense here and keep this at a hefty double-digit lead. Caraveo hands it off to Morton. Morton right of the lane, right corner for Cotfield. Fakes the 3, dribbles by a defender. Back to the right of the lane on the left wing. Here is Morton with another 3. Yes. And Yuma's on a 6-0 run. They're down by 11, 51-40. 4:14 to go from Yuma. Here is Ray Cordova crossing the timeline. Cordova looking, triple team, gets it back out to Lopez. Lopez over to Massey. Massey with defenders in the air, puts it up, partially blocked. And Mendoza's got the basketball for Yuma. They can make this a 9 or 8 point game. Into the front court is Cotfield. Under 4 minutes to go. Cotfield dribbles by 2 and he's fouled on the floor. That'll be the 16th foul against Brush.
And that's going to be Corbin Massey
with his 4th. And now Marcus Contreras is back in. And Roberto Martinez makes his first appearance for the B-Diggers. In the left corner, Cotfield with the basketball against Mount. Bounce pass down low for Mendoza. He turns, he banks, and he misses. And that's a strong rebound by Armando Salcedo. Martinez for Brush, pressured by Caraveo. Martinez jump pass is tipped away by Morton. Morton with the basketball. Morton right of the lane. Backs it out to Hickson. Hickson leans, shoots, and scores. And all of a sudden, the Beat Diggers are down or up by 9, 51-42. Martinez bounced past the Mount. Yuma's on an 8-0 run right now. To Contreras, here is Cordova. He leans, he banks, and he misses an easy one. Boy, he had the clear lane. Mendoza grabs the rebound, his 7th. Yuma's on a big-time run. Jump pass, right corner. Morton 3 is around and no good, but the rebound is controlled by Caraveo. Yuma resets the Hickson 3 is good. Hickson has nailed his first three-pointer since the second quarter. He's got 19. It's an 11-0 run, and the Beat Diggers call a timeout. Brought to you by Greg Moen at State Farm Insurance. Home Auto Life and Health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. 51-45. Ron, you said it doesn't take many of those, and they're right back in the game.
No, and great. I mean, Yuma's putting the pressure on us as we're going down court. We're not making good passes. The last time we had a steal, we didn't come to the ball. He anticipated it, stole it, took it down court, and put the basket in. So we got to just clean things up a little bit. We got to calm down. We've got to make sure that we're making good passes, setting up the shots like we need to. But once again, we got to play good defense. Yuma's going to put the pressure on us every time we get the ball. They got 2-3 guys trapping us and getting pressure in our face whenever we've got the ball.
And the Beat Diggers were not committing the turnovers early in the fourth, but now 3 turnovers in the last minute plus here, and that's part of the other reason. Yep, well, Yuma's on their home floor. They certainly know how to play. A 3-4 record coming in. The Beat Diggers have Dunker, Mount, Guzman, Martinez, and Salcedo. For Yuma, Cotfield, Hickson, Morton, who's gotten hot with 2 threes, Mendoza, and Caraveo. Beat Diggers to throw it in the backcourt along the side. Now with a bounce pass to Dunker. Dunker is double team, triple team in the backcourt over to Mount. Team Money with the basketball. No look to Martinez. Martinez has to back it out, does to Dunker. Nice job of the Beat Diggers breaking the press. Dunker on the outside left, nearly fouled, lost the ball, and we got a whistle. And the ball is not going to bounce by Yuma. Caraveo nearly had the steal.
Boy, that was close.
Adrian Lopez checks in for Martinez. Very good substitution there. Yep. You've got 2 great ball handlers in Dunker and Lopez. Dunker to throw it in over to Salcedo in the left corner. Penetrates left baseline. No look bounce pass. And putting it up and in is Gunnar Guzman. Excellent job with a bounce pass there from Salcedo to Guzman. Beat Diggers lead by 8, 53-45. And then Cotfield slams into Guzman, who goes down. It's a blocking foul, 17th foul. It'll be a 1-1, and for Guzman, that is his second personal. Check that. Making it his third. Cotfield's free throw. It's a clutch free throw for him. It's up and off to the right, but the rebound to Mendoza. The shot is blocked out of there by Guzman. Taken away by Lopez. Here are the Beat Diggers the other way. Lopez with the basketball over to Dunker. Beat Diggers don't have to shoot anytime soon. Dunker maintains the dribble behind his back at the top. Bounce pass towards Lopez, and the ball is knocked away by Morton. Now here's Caraveo. The Beat Diggers commit their 4th turnover of the quarter. Caraveo spinning, looking, getting to Hickson right side, and he's fouled. And he's fouled by Trent Mount. And you sense, Ron, that the game is getting slightly out of control.
Yeah, it's getting out of control right now. Mount's just flying through the middle there, and he's off balance, and he reaches in, and Hickson's trying to drive to the basket, and he gets a foul.
Now the free throw is up and good by Hickson. Hickson's got 20 in the game, leading all scorers. Second free throw, he can make it a 6-point game, and he does.
Yep.
53-47, 1:55 to go. Here's Adrian Lopez for Brush. Lopez along the baseline is fouled. That's the 16th foul by Yuma. And that is Connor Morton committing his 3rd. Along the side, it'll be Lopez to throw it in. Lopez over to Mount. Mount overhead pass to Salcedo, lost the ball and got it back in the corner. Now Salcedo dribbles out of traffic over to Lopez. Lopez looking. He'll take a dribble into the lane. Lopez puts up a floater off the back of the rim, no good. And the ball is loose and it's taken by Salcedo. He turns, hooks, and scores! That's a big one for Salcedo, who scored the first points of the game. Bee Diggers now lead by 8. That was clutch, 55-47. Cadaveo penetrates, bounce pass inside, intercepted by Salcedo. Now the Bee Diggers looking to put this one away. Mount to Guzman, banks it in and a foul! Hello, the Bee Diggers lead by 10.
That was a great run for the Brush Bee Diggers on this to kind of close things down. Knock down 1 minute and 14 left to go in the game. Now they just need to settle down right now. They don't have to make a whole lot of shots. They can pass the ball around, burn up some time. It's in Yuma's hand here to foul him.
At the line is Gunnar Guzman. Yeah, I believe that fouled out Cotfield.
Yes.
Free throw by Guzman is a beautiful looking rainbow that is in. Guzman with 5 points in the game. The Bee Diggers lead by 11. Here's the inbounds pass to Morton. Morton into the front court. Bounce pass is taken over there by Mendoza. 1:06 to go. Bee Diggers lead 58-47. Left corner. Hickson fakes the three. Dribbles to his left. Bodied up by Lopez. Backs up. 16-footer good. Well, that's a good move there by
that's a great move.
Connor Hickson. He's got 9 in the quarter. 58-50, but Yuma's going to have to foul. Trent Mount crosses the timeline. Trent Mount to his right all the way. Scoops it up. And in a foul! T-Money with a big-time move. Connor Hickson commits his third.
Oh, boy, Trent Mount just went up high and had his body just kind of laid out there and reached out with his arms to put the ball in the basket. Jeez.
And the free throw by Mount is up and in. Mount's got 9.5, 17 in the game. The other way, it's Mendez over to Cadaveo. 3 is up and off the back of the rim. And there was a push on Yuma. That's Connor Hickson committing the foul. Whoa, Connor Hickson getting a little bit aggressive there.
And the referee's right there to kind of calm him down, say, listen, you got 38 seconds to go. Don't do something stupid in the game.
Well, he's just fouled out. I said he had 3 fouls moments ago. It was 4, but he has just fouled out. And now the Bee Diggers are going to cement this from the line. Well, they've already cemented it actually with that 3-point play by Mount, if not even earlier. And Ben Brown, who hit a 3 to close out the third and a 3 to begin the fourth, is now at the stripe. That's the 19th foul by Yuma. 1-and-1 situation. Free throw is up and off to the right, but the rebound is Salcedo. Over to Brown. Mount to Dunker. 29 seconds to go. Here's Mount inside off the feed. Now to Ben Brown. He fades, he shoots, and that's a sloppy shot. Didn't need to take it. Ball is loose. It's taken away by Mendoza. Ron, you and I got a tough job coming up. We're going to have to name a player of the game. Not easy. Mount is fouled at midcourt as the ball got loose, and Yuma committed another turnover, double bonus. Bee Diggers are going to win their 6th game of the year.
Nice to be able to come into the pit and get a win.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely got to raise your confidence level knowing you got some tough games on the schedule come next week. So it's a good way to close out the weekend with a win.
Vasquez with a second foul. Mount's free throw is short. Second free throw upcoming. For Trent Mount, that's up, and that's in and out. Ball is tipped around into the hands of Morton. Morton for Yuma, still in the backcourt. 6 seconds to go. Mendoza crosses the timeline. Mendoza, left corner. There's a long 3, and that is no good by Mendez. And the Brush Bee Diggers have come to Yuma and won the game by a score of 61-50. Let's take a 3-minute break. We'll have a Facebook Live segment. And we anticipate a conversation with head coach Tyrone Whipple as well. And then we'll wrap it up after all that right here on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com. Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center with 3 locations to serve you better. Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan, your headquarters for all your home, farm, and ranch supplies from plumbing to feed. Mr. D's Ace Home Center. I'm John Beltran with Ron Albo after the Bee Digger boys did win tonight. It was a hotly contested game, but the B-Diggers come away with a 61-50 victory. They were up 18-13 after one, 28-25 at the break. And then what made the difference was that 16-7 third quarter. Brush led by as many as 17, but all of a sudden, Yuma went on an 11-0 run, made it a 6-point game, but the B-Diggers made some clutch plays down the stretch. And actually, they were only outscored in the fourth quarter, 18-17, and again, won 61-50. And you want to talk about balance. The B-Diggers had 3 players in double figures. Let's start with them since they're the visiting team. They were led by Trent Mount with 17 points, 13 from Armando Saucedo, Ben Brown with 11, 6 points from Marcus Contreras. He nailed 2 threes. The B-Diggers, in fact, Ron, had 6 threes in the opening half. 5 from Gunnar Guzman, 4 points from Adrian Lopez, who was a difference maker, and we had our concerns about him. His first game, wearing the knee brace. We'll talk about that in just a second, but, man, he came out blazing. And then 2 from Corbin Massey. And as for Yuma, Connor Hickson was held in check in the third quarter. He had 14 points in the first half, but once he scored those 9 points in the fourth quarter, that's what kind of propelled, along with Connor Morton's 3, Yuma's run. He finished with 23, Victor Mendoza with 15, 7 points for Connor Morton, Jesus Vasquez with 5, and Shadron Cotfield with 2. The B-Diggers unofficially were out-rebounded 29-24. Vasquez had 7, but Victor Mendoza had 8 rebounds for Yuma. The B-Diggers got 6 rebounds from Trent Mount. 17 turnovers for Yuma, only 10 for the B-Diggers. The B-Diggers were 4 out of 11 for the free throw line. That was a little bit of a negative, and Yuma was 13 out of 18, as head coach Tyrone Whipple making his way, and then we'll have further discussion on this game, but certainly a valiant effort by the B-Diggers, and not only that, a performance they needed the first game out of the break.
Oh, definitely. I mean, and we talk about the guys in double figures, how many guys we had in double figures. That's got to be, very positive for Coach, because once again, we talked about this before the break. It makes it very difficult to defend one guy on this team. Dunker was not as effective as he normally is, but the other guys picked the slack up, scored the points, and made it very tough for the other team to come back. So that's a good positive thing that definitely Coach Whipple's got to look forward to for the rest of the season.
And we'll expand upon that right now as we bring in head coach Tyrone Whipple after the B-Diggers improved to 6-2 on the season, winning here in Yuma over the Indians 61-50. Again, a game in which the B-Diggers got out of the gate early, and really Yuma just kept fighting and fighting. And Coach, what do you make of this one? It was an exciting game. You had a 17-point lead at one point, but I think you knew there that Yuma team was not going away.
Yeah, and we had to make some adjustments. I think that one, he was tough inside, Mendoza, and then number 3, so we did some things to neutralize both of them in the second half, and I think it worked to our advantage. And I did some different things. I knew we had a big league. I could have kept playing, but I got to get more people playing time. So if we get in foul trouble, people are comfortable getting in the game. And when you get a lead like that, I'm gonna look at it and make a competitive practice out of it.
Well, Ryan Dunker is really your number 1 point guard. How impressed were you that your team made a huge run? Dunker got his 3rd foul with 4 minutes to go. You had to take him out of the game. And normally when you take a key player like that out of the game, it's a struggle. But it seemed that your team picked it up even more after that.
Well, I'll tell you that. We feel a lot more comfortable. As you see, we got Riggs Tan back, which we didn't think we were going to have him this season. And I didn't play him in the second half because of his knee, and we're going to bring him on slowly. And Adrian Lopez, and now Ben Brown is finally learning the system, and he feels comfortable, and he's making shots, and Marcus Contreras is making shots. And if we can have 4 or 5 guys score 6 to 9 points, we're going to have a lot of success.
Yeah, the Brown 3 at the end of the third and at the beginning of the fourth made a difference. But since you mentioned knees, Adrian Lopez got hurt in the final football game of the year against Fort Lupton. Mm-hmm. It's a big knee brace out there. The way he handled the ball tonight was incredible. Were you surprised that he was that good his first game? You've seen him in practice.
No,
this is a game situation.
No, I'm not surprised because I've had to slow him down in practice to make
so
sure
he wanted to get in there pretty quickly.
He's been wanting to come, and I've been holding him back. I made him play 1 JV game, which he could have played sooner, but I said not until after the break. Okay, so I'd rather have him going into conference games than, get him hurt again early or something happen.
So how deep is the team even now? Because you were deep before the break, and you bring Lopez back. You got Riggs Tan. I think you just addressed one of the harder parts of your job is trying to balance the number of minutes so some of these kids are not bored on the bench sitting when they're practicing all week with all the talent you've got.
Well, that's the great thing in team chemistry, and you see how Ben got hot, and we're just going to leave people in, and they know that. If somebody, if they start to heat up, we're going to let them run. We're going to let them run until they get fatigued and finish. And like I told the guys, I said, you know what, they're going to battle. I said, they're a hard-nosed team. They're going to battle. But, we just got to have our tenacity and be tenacious and stay within the system. Okay.
Compare and contrast the offense between the first and second half, because you nearly had the same number of points, 28 in the first half, 33 in the second half. But Ron and I were pointing out that in the first half, you only had 5 2-point field goals, but you had 6 3-pointers, which is great. But as you well know, with any basketball team, unless you're the Golden State Warriors, it's very difficult to stay that hot from the outside.
Yeah, and we got to attack the basket more, and we will. And I think just baby steps right now, and they're getting comfortable with the system. And I think they ran it better when we made the adjustments in the second half of passing the ball, cutting and penetrating and attacking the basket. And I thought they did a great job in the second half. I thought it was a great game. I think team effort, and I could have kept my foot on the gas, but I wanted to get I got the whole bench in. So, and I knew that they were going to climb back in it, and I wasn't worried because I knew I had some guys I could pull back off the bench with Guzman and Dunker and them sitting on the bench fresh. And the exciting thing is now, as you see, Ryan and Trent are more efficient because they're getting the rest a little more, and I can leave them out for a little more. And I kind of flip-flop those two, as you see. If Ryan comes out, then Trent goes in. So, and then that way, if I keep those two, and that's just for leadership, having those two on the court. And I think those rest of those guys did a great job.
Yeah, I'm sure the more combinations you have out there that perform effectively, the better. Is it a different feeling? Final thing, a different feel here, because you've coached in so many different environments, but there's something more electric here, I think, when you come to the pit in Yuma. What do you think?
Yeah, I love playing here. And this is first, and Burlington would have to be second. Have you ever been down to Burlington?
Oh, yeah, it's been a while.
I just love it because the crowd's right on top of you, and you're like forced against that wall, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And the acoustics in here, there's no sound baffle, so everything bounces, and like the band is super loud because, there's nothing to trap the sound.
Yeah, no,
so
I can barely hear myself at certain points. Well, Tyrone, congratulations on a big victory here tonight in Yuma.
Thank you.
That's Brush Boys head basketball coach Tyrone Whipple after the Beat Diggers defeated the Yuma Indians this afternoon, now into tonight, 61-50. Again, with 3 players in double figures. Mount with 17, Armando Salcedo with 13, Ben Brown with 11. Ron, time for our Beat Digger Player of the Game, brought to you by Cargill, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. Listen, this was a tough enough job because Salcedo, Lopez, Mount, there's a number of guys that could have been the player of the game. But we look at a key point in the game when it was still single digits. The Beat Diggers were up by 9. Ben Brown hits a 3 to close the third, and then another to begin the fourth. They go up by 15, and 2 quick buckets like that. He's going to be our player of the game, but it really could have gone to a number of players.
Oh, definitely, but that was a game changer right there. It set the tone for the rest of the game. But, we did talk about Adrian Lopez and his transition game and being able to get up and down the court, and as quick as he was, and actually taking care of the kid from Yuma. They're one of their star players.
Connor Hickson,
Connor Hickson. He took care of Connor Hickson and made it very difficult on him. So, yeah, we could have went either way, but that transition, that game changer right there with Ben Brown was huge.
The next Beat Digger boys basketball game will be on Tuesday against Liberty Common. Ron and I will be in Fort Collins for that game. But then on Friday, the history, Resurrection Christian is awfully good. That's when the Brush Boys will be there for that game a week from yesterday. It'll be next Friday. And this Resurrection Christian team is 8-0. They're ranked. So as well as the Beat Diggers played, particularly in the second half, that's going to be a much tougher contest, you would think.
Yeah, they're going to have their hands full on that one. So they've got to hope they get themselves a good week of practice here, get this game in on Tuesday, get some confidence from that, hopefully get Ryan Dunker back in the mix again, and then we'll see what happens come Friday night. So it's going to be interesting. They've got their work cut out for them, but it's always the challenge about high school basketball. You like that chance to be able to play another day.
All right, so the Diggers split the doubleheader. The girls lost 38-24. The boys won tonight by a score of 61-50. Once again, you can always follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports, our 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page. We'll have YouTube videos of both games coming up, obviously on YouTube.com. And the Beat Digger teams will be playing once again coming up on Tuesday. We'll have the girls game from Fort Collins against Liberty Common at 7 o'clock on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Outstanding job, as always, by our sound engineer and producer, Rose Condas. For Ron Albo, I'm John Beltran. You've been watching the Beat Digger postgame show on Facebook Live. Ron is more camera ready than me. I'm never camera ready. And listening to Brush Beat Digger basketball, where the final score of the boys game tonight, Brush 61, Yuma 50 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.